Okay, I might just do a whole video here and edit it all together. What I'm doing is I'm making machinery moving wedges. Now these are the end pieces that I cut off of a set of ramps that I made for moving a tractor. These ramps went up the back of a trailer, and I've had these for a long time. And when Tom Lipton showed us his wood wedges, all of a sudden I remembered, hey, I knew I had saved these. So what it is it's tubing that's been cut, and I'm going to weld on a stainless bottom. I could use them like this, but I wouldn't want to do it with a heavy machine. It's not necessarily stable. It could fall apart. So I'm going to cut these into strips, bend them up, weld them together, weld them. And boy, making these videos isn't going to be as easy as I thought. But I guess I'm going to do this. I don't know what else to say right now. So the wedges are already done. And as far as cutting and that whole part, because I forgot how I even did these, but they were all cut pretty well. I actually put them on the milling machine as well, and I set up the table at an angle and milled it pretty close to what I want. It's not perfect, but I didn't want to cut them down anymore. It was tough. Anyways, it was tough doing this without a whole lot of setups. I kind of cheated. So okay, from here I'm going to set things up and cut, and then I'm going to weld these stainless and steel together. Well, I guess I'm new at this because there's my plasma cutter, and what I've done is I cut up a sheet of 16th inch stainless, and I'm going to weld to the bottom of these wedges, and I already did all of that without doing the video. So yeah, it's all done. Imagine that I'm plasma cutting this. So the next step is to bend things and get everything fit up properly and then weld it. It's really quite simple. Hopefully I will, and I don't know if I can show that either. I don't have any way of showing that. I'll have to figure it out. I don't want to say I don't know what I'm doing, but what happens is I opted for a rounded kind of corner. It's not a big round, it's very small. It's probably a 16th inch radius. So I don't know what it ends up that I can't bend on a sharp corner, and I don't have something radius to bend against per se, although I'm kind of looking at it right here. I guess I could do that. What I've decided I'm going to try is to do some preliminary welding on this so that this holds it. Then I'm going to bend this part. I sort of bent it to begin with just to check and see what was going on. Then I'm going to bend. There's going to be spring back. I don't see this working, but I'm making the video of this thinking process. Okay, what I'm doing is I've decided to do this by bending it without having it welded to the wedge. And I found that if I take a 2-inch, which 2-inch there. Now what this thing is, this is 1/2-inch aluminum plate. This came from, this is my Lawrence Livermore Fusion laser lens focusing table. I got this from Lawrence Livermore Labs surplus that they used to hold, maybe they still hold it, on Sunday mornings, where you could get insane deals like this thing for $15. Okay, so it has a radiused edge on it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm lining it up, and then I'll show you what happens. I've welded them up, and this is one that's finished. I got a few decent welds on here. I'm really happy. The thing's worked. It's down to close to a 1/16 of an inch on the end, and now here's one I haven't done any grinding on, but you can see I didn't use any filler metal, and I came out with pretty decent little welds, and considering welding is not my strong suit. And there's a few little things here that need some work. It was tough to weld, I mean, and machine. Well, anyways, so I'm just kind of finishing off with my horseshoe file, which I call my poor man's surface grinder. And I don't know what else to show. I mean, I will be basically knocking off some things like that. And basically the reason I'm building these is I intend to have a machine coming at one of these days. This will be my impetus to get something. Got a camera. I can't grind into the camera because it's not a GoPro. Let's see. It's a tough one to hold. There isn't much you can do in that direction. Okay, I gotta get rid of the camera so I can grind. Hey, this is excellent. I am absolutely thrilled. They're gonna work. I mean, and on top of which, let's see if I can get it over here. When they aren't high enough, bring them in like that and double them up. And also, okay, so this one, I've over the years I've moved this 10 times, 6 times, 7, 8 times. So I've got a method for doing this, but it's got little things down here it's hard to get under. These are going to be great, man. But here's what I was using. Which all needs to come out now. Roofing shingles. So roofing shingles, you get enough of them and they work. So this all gets cleaned up, and hopefully I will have some new machines coming in here one of these days.